Hi, welcome back to Millennium Workshop. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Yoda bronze bust. This is going to be one of the easier projects that you could possibly do. There's not a lot of like sanding or really anything. So if you're getting into 3D printing and you're wanting to do a really cool collectible that isn't going to stress you out, this is the video you're going to want to watch. So sit back, relax, and let's get into this. Alright, so I got this head sculpt from Pew Pew Crafts, their Patreon. I will drop a link down in the description. But right off the bat, I did a negative part so that we can actually suspend this on our stand so we can get a really cool gold and bronze bust out of this. Now I had to really cut the ears off to get it to print, but we're gonna put those on separately, which is really easy. We're gonna do some welding on that. Always make sure to double check your print before you send it, just to make sure it doesn't look funny at all. Now this part is the satisfying part of the entire video. Now in the description of this video, I will post supplies and things that I recommend picking up to do this project step by step. There's going to be some Amazon affiliate links. So now this right here is one of my favorite parts, is ripping off all the tree supports. Now there is going to be some cavities or some overhangs that need a little bit of addressing. But most of this video is there's not much sanding. You don't really have to sand. Heat it up with a soldering iron. It's smooth and sculpt. I wanted this video to be an easy way to make a collectible piece, for your collection. So that's why we're gonna not do a lot of sanding. We're gonna add a lot of texture, because like a bronze statue, they're rough, they're rugged, they have some smooth aspects to it. But once you get the ears on, we will move on to soldering and smoothing. And now it is time for soldering. I'm actually using the purge lines from my BAMBU printer. They're nice and thin, so you're not like adding too much material during this step. So that's why I always save all those, and I think that once you start saving them, you're gonna have a bunch of them, and it'll make this a lot easier. But the goal is to try to look at this as you're sculpting. You want to go light-handed. Do not push too deep or too hard, because you will, warp the ears or go right through the surface area of where we're trying to go. Now right here is, you'll see the overhangs, and it's kind of the same concept. We're going to kind of be light-handed here, smooth it out. And you can do this on any 3D printed piece, helmet. Before you start sanding, go in and take the extra time and smooth it by hand with the soldering iron. Now I have this multicolored texturing paint. It is great for skin, or helping yourself smooth it out. It is awesome for creatures and statues. You could also use truck bed liner. I did a little bit of a mix of truck bed liner and the textured paint. I just thought it really gave a really cool look to it by layering them. And then we're going to go into our dry brushing. So I got this antique gold, and just go light with this. Don't go too heavy. Now you can go heavier in certain spots, so like your really high points. If you look at like a bronze statue, In the wild, you'll notice that sometimes it's higher polished in certain spots, and that can be from people walking up and touching the nose of the statue, or the foot of the statue. So kind of keep that in mind and tell your story, and kind of look at parts of this and be like, okay, like if this was just randomly sitting out in public, where is somebody going to touch this a lot? So like I feel like with Yoda, it's going to be the ears, it's going to be the nose, probably the forehead a little bit, or even potentially the top of the head. Oh, sorry to interrupt. This is the part of the video where you need to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, hit that bell. All right, back to the video. Now, once you are 100% happy with how you've dry brushed this with the aged rub and buff, I personally went in and did some higher spots, kind of all over, or, even down toward the neck a little bit of some gold leaf rub and buff, just to make it pop more in those spots like we were talking about earlier. Now, once you get it to exactly where you like it, you don't have to clear this. You can clear this. I thought clearing it really just kind of, made it pop more. It dulls it down, but yet it still pops. I don't really know the best way to explain it, but it just works. So, but this is your project. This is going to be your collectible. Paint it up how you want. And if you want, maybe we can do a realistic version of this, but just drop down in the comments and let me know. Now, I'm using the Mauler helmet stand that I designed. It's one of my favorite kind of organic stone looks. I sprayed it with truck bed liner, and then we're going to go over and do a marble finish. The thing is with this marble spray is you just spray it on, and there's going to be some webbing that's not going to get down into the crevices of this particular model or on a lot of other models. Don't be scared to immediately touch it with your hand and push it into the nicks and crannies of what you're spraying. Now, when you go to clear coat this, any other webbings that have not pushed down will kind of just dissolve and tear apart. So that really kind of helps with the overall finish of it. You don't have to worry about going in and getting rid of that webbing or anything like that. Just clear it and it will completely disappear. Now, for the clear coat, I just did a Rust-Oleum matte finish. You could do a high gloss, you could do the Dupla color 1K clear like we used on the actual bust, but I just wanted the bust to be more shiny, where the stand I wanted it to be a little bit more matte finished. But you could also do this in a high gloss. It does look good either way. All right, so if you made it through the entire video, now you know how to make your very own Yoda bronze bust. The perfect collectible that can just hang out on a shelf or be given to a friend. And if you made it through the video, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. We are really close to full monetization. We need to be at 4,000 watch hours, and we're less than 500 watch hours away. So if you can, please share this with a friend, tell them about the channel. I got some more projects coming your way. I think our next project is going to be how to paint wood grain. So drop down in the comments if you would like to see that. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.